We're at the point where we want to be able to share our game with other people and make it live out there in the wide world. So in this lecture, I'm going to show you how to build your game and how to publish it on the free site sharemygame.com that is hosted by GameDev TV. So let's first of all hop up to File, Build Settings. Make sure that you've got all the levels in your build that you want to have in there. And we've got a couple of options. I'm going to show you how to build a standalone build and also how to build a WebGL build. And you can choose either of those two. You don't have to build both of these. You can follow along if you want, or you can just do one of them if your heart desires. So first of all, the standalone build, if we click on that and click build, and if you don't see the options or if they're giving you errors when you try to build, you might need to go back to Unity Hub, find the install that you're working on, click on the little selector and add modules, and from there you'll be able to see what is currently installed. I have WebGL build support already installed, so that's good to go. And I believe, unless I'm crazy, that the standalone build is in there by default. That's not something that you can turn off. It's already in there, but you might have unchecked WebGL. So if it's not there, you can check WebGL and then reinstall that. But first of all, I'm going to build a standalone build. Clicking on the build button down in the bottom right, you can see it's asking us where we would like this to go, in what folder. So I'm going to make a new folder, which I will call builds. And now we've selected the builds folder, click on select folder, and that should start the process. It'll either be quite quick or it'll take ages, depending upon how much stuff you've got in your game, what you're trying to do. Mine looks like it's going to be reasonably quick. And there we go, it's done. So if I navigate to my builds folder, which was opened up by default, I see, and I can see here there's Project Boost. Double click on that, and I can play the game. Made with Unity, the splash screen, and here we go. This is the game, full screen by default, which is excellent. It's fitting on my aspect ratio 16:9 because I said to do that in the game. Excellent. It looks pretty crisp actually on the bigger screen. Now I want to check the thing we just implemented last lecture. If I hit escape, it quits the entire application exactly what I wanted, not the frustration of trying to exit it if you can't hit escape. So wonderful. We've created a build by doing that. Really good. Now let's create a WebGL build so that we can publish it. So I click on WebGL, click the switch platform button, and that has transferred over behind the scenes, all of the back-end infrastructure. It's saying, okay, now we're ready for WebGL. So from here, before we build for our WebGL, if we're using, or if you're using Unity 2020 or later, then click on Player Settings, go down to Publishing Settings, and so you can see it might be closed, publishing settings at the very, very bottom. And then compression format, we are going to change that to disabled so that we're not doing any compression. Then we can close out of our project settings. If you're using 2019, so Unity 2019, you don't need to do that step. 2019 or 2018 or earlier. We'll click on build and ask us where we wish to build our project. I'm going to create a new folder I'll call WebGL Builds. And it's useful to create a new folder to do our WebGL build into because later on we're going to be dragging this entire folder somewhere, so we don't want anything else in there. We'll select folder, and that should start the process of building the game. While waiting for it to build, let's jump over to sharemygame.com and do a bit of setup over there. We're over at sharemygame.com. This is a website that GameTV has provided for you where you can upload your game and leave it here for as long as you want and share it with your friends. If you scroll down, you can see a whole bunch of games that other people have released. You'll recognize some, for example, this one just here looks a little bit familiar, doesn't it? Just like the one we've been working on. So this is a place where you can explore other people's games as well. We'll take this opportunity while we're building to sign in or sign up. I'm going to sign in with Google, but you can sign in using your email address. So follow that process, click on the prompts, give yourself a username. I will call myself Rick Davidson because why not? I'm glad no one else has taken that. That's good. Submit. And this is a chance for you to sign up for the GameDev TV mail list and also the Simmer.io mail list. So just a note on the GameDev TV mail list, this is where you get notified of deals, discounts, coupons, early information, all that great stuff that we have. If you're interested in our courses, you can get a whole bunch more by signing up for the mail list and then click continue. And you've got an opportunity here to edit your profile and put in some more stuff about you, which is cool. I'm going to go back to the previous screen now, the little house on the top left here. Take me back to sharemygame.com. And from here, we can click on the upload button, or we can drag into this space once our build is ready. I think our build is ready. Let me just look. Yes, it's all done. Let me just get Unity out of the way. Thank you, Unity. Close down the build settings. Now we can click the little upload button here. I nearly called it the download button out of habit. Upload button. See, we've got this big draggable area. Find where our build is, the WebGL builds. Drag that into the green area. That will prepare the upload and upload everything automatically for us. Once again, I'll just pause the video while it uploads. And then it looks like my game is going to automatically start playing. And there it is. We can see the game ready to roll. And sound effects super loud. I don't know if you heard that. There might be a little bit of issues when you get in here that the screen aspect ratio isn't exactly as you're expecting. So that might be a good way to play your game and look at it, check it out. You can delete the upload if you think that there's an issue with your game and then re-upload it again. That's a perfectly fine way to do it. Project name, we'll call it Rick's Project Boost from the Unity 3D course. There we go. Consider this game for the front page. Why not? We could be famous. And gives us a few tips and hints in terms of getting on the front page. Okay. Also, list on Simmer.io. Yep, they're the group that we have partnered with in terms of bringing sharemygame.com to you. And then we can save, upload. Wonderful. Some frequently asked questions if you so desire. And this is the important spot for us to find the link. So we can see the link just there that has all of the details. I can also share through one of these mechanisms or grab it. I'm going to just click on that, make sure it loads up the actual game. Yeah, there we go. It's all working. Excellent. So that would be the link. This one link just here that I would copy and share to my friends or post online for people to be able to play my game. Speaking of which, I have a challenge for you. That is to make a WebGL build, publish to sharemygame.com, and then to tell our community about your game and where to find it. So to provide a link, you can go to the discussions against this lecture and you'll be able to find the place to post that and talk about it. One thing I would request is that you play at least one other person's game and give them some feedback, write a comment about it. It's good karma. If we're always just taking, hey, play my game, tell me about my game, then it gets to the point where everyone is just taking and no one is giving. So make sure you give back a little bit. It's great karma. It means that if you're giving, then other people will feel good about giving to you as well. So there's your challenge. If you want to put a little bit more time into polishing your game, not a problem. Polish it up, get it to the point where you're happy with it, publish it, get it out there, spread the word, tell people about it, get your friends to play it, and let us know where it is that we can play it as well. Oh, and of course, give yourself a big congratulations if this is the first time you've ever made and published a game. It's a huge step in your game development career. Well done and congratulations. Okay, I'll see you in the next lecture.